Welcome back to Rich Words Music, where today we're doing something a little bit different. This is something of a news report, I guess, and for my regular viewers, mercifully, a shorter video than usual. Last weekend was the Guitar Summit in Mannheim in Germany. The Guitar Summit is a growing event where guitar companies and other musical instrument manufacturers bring their newest products, their newest wares to show to the paying public. And it's an event that's been getting larger and larger over the past 5 years, and it's a really, really cool one to do as well. Now, I personally was at the event to work for my company in my day job, so I was tethered to a booth for 23 hours a day. But before the show and after the show, and also during my little lunch breaks that I allowed myself, I was able to go and check out what else was on offer. And one thing really caught my eye: Harley Benton were there. Now that's kind of rare because Harley Benton you tend not to see at events like this, so perhaps they're branching out and becoming more of a consumer-focused brand than they were already, so that's kind of an interesting thing to note. But they kind of also showcased more than 10 brand new prototype guitars, which I thought was very much worth looking at. So I went on the last morning of the show before the doors opened to talk to my good friend Benny from Harley Benton about some of those models, and he agreed to give us a whistle-stop tour of some of those brand new guitars and also a little rundown of the 25th anniversary models. So let's take a look at that now.
Welcome to the Harley Benton booth at Guitar Summit 2023. Right behind us we have the 25th anniversary collection of guitars, 8 models, all available as lefties, stainless steel frets, locking tuners, come with gig bags, all in gorgeous satin fire mist gold. But I guess you all already know all of these guitars, so maybe let's check out some of our prototypes right there. If we start here, we have our new SD Modern Plus prototype. They come with Babicz bridges, compound radius, stainless steel frets with rounded edges, so maybe you can get up a close-up of this one, and all have gorgeous flamey necks on them. And yeah, truss strut is adjusted by a spokeswheel here. Then right next to it we have the ST182 Plus prototype, and yeah, spec-wise it's actually very similar. Necks are almost identical. But the big difference, of course, is the pickup configuration. Here we just have a single humbucking pickup with one volume knob and, of course, a fixed bridge on that one. And they will come in a variety of different colors. Which one we will see. It's still prototype phase. And maybe something for our bassists. Here we have two. The Harley Benton HB50. Those, as you can see, semi-hollow body construction, so we do have a center piece, a massive one that runs down, so just to give that extra little security in terms of feedback. And yeah, single pickup and gorgeous translucent finishes, orange and cherry, so very classic and very vintagey. If we want to go to the extremes, that one will be launched in a couple of days, Harley Benton BC 7000. 7 strings, full out madness.
So a very interesting video indeed. I didn't manage to cover everything. I wasn't allowed to cover everything, and there were a few things that I think we forgot in the heat of the moment. But let's talk about some of those things, shall we? I think the most interesting elephant in the room here is going to be those ST182 Plus guitars. Everybody knows exactly what those are. Those are, of course, an homage to the iconic Tom DeLonge Fender signature Stratocaster guitars. And I think, as Benny said, they're going to have pretty fantastic specs for the money. Firstly, we've got those 4 colors. We've got the silver sparkle, which looks absolutely amazing. We've got seafoam green, we've got Daphne blue, and we've got yellow. I don't know what the adjective is going to be that's going to be attached to the yellow, but they all look really, really fantastic. And if you're a Blink-182 fan, you'll know what the rest of the guitars are about. But Harley Benton have really banged some massively awesome specs into these guitars, especially for what the price may be. So the guitars have a single Tesla humbucker in them. It's going to be a nice high output pickup, perfect for punk rock, of course, with a single volume control. There's a Babicz hardtail bridge, which has these really nice rounded, almost rolled saddles, and that's going to be really, really nice and comfortable to play on. I did play the guitar just a little bit unplugged, and it felt really, really decent in the hand. And apart from that, the neck is a major highlight to this guitar. So you've got a beautiful flamed roasted maple neck. It really does have a nice 3-dimensional flame to it, this specific one. We've got what I think is going to be a rosewood fingerboard fingerboard, but Bene didn't tell me exactly what that fingerboard material is, and he's not confirmed it in any of the other videos either. So perhaps that's not yet set in stone, but this one really looked to be rosewood. It has a compound radius too, starting at 12 inches and moving up to 16 inches up at the dusty end of the fretboard, so very decent for chordal work and for fast playing as well. Nice and flat. And we had stainless steel frets with really nicely rounded edges. I picked the guitar up and strummed it a bit acoustically, and those frets felt fantastic. Although of course all of the guitars on this show will have been fettled by the Harley Benton techs to within an inch of their lives, so you never know. The stuff that you buy from them online will not get the same TLC that these guitars had, so just keep that in mind too. But anyway, on the neck there's a spoke wheel down at the heel end where you've got your truss rod adjustment, which is a great thing to have as well. Loom inlays on the side as well, so glow in the dark fretboard inlays, which is pretty darn cool. And on the back of the neck a really nice sort of flattened out neck heel access joint, which makes it again really easy to get up to the dusty end of the fretboard, and locking Harley Benton tuners. So all in all, fantastic specifications. This guitar is going to be released, as Bene said, in Q1 of 2024, so early 24. I guess we can assume something like the NAMM show at the end of January or something like that. And he didn't confirm the prices to me, but in this video here that I will link to, he mentions a rough price of between 300 and 400 euros, which is going to be really decent if they can manage that. I will have to buy one of these guitars, I'm sure of that. The Silver Sparkle looks like the one for me. But what do you guys think? Comment down there and let me know which one you think looks the best. After that, there was the prototype range of ST Modern Plus HSS guitars, and these look and feel fantastic too. Now, these come in a range of finishes, and I don't think they had them all at the show, but Bene mentioned Lake Placid Blue, Shell Pink, there's a white one at the show as well, there's lefty versions too, and there is this fantastic Flame Blue Burst model, which I should be displaying to you on the screen right now, which is a bit more bling and has zebra pickups as well, but that is a beautiful flame maple finish. Now, these guitars have a similar quality sort of feel to the ST182 Plus, so they're really going to be decent value for money and have great and similar specs too. So there's an HSS set of Tesla pickups on there, and the humbucker has a coil split on the tone knob. It's a push-pull tone knob. Again, a Babicz bridge on this one, but this is a vibrato bridge, again with those nice soft rolled saddles on the bridge there. Very cool. Stainless steel frets again with those rounded edges, spoke wheel truss rod adjustment down at the body end. Again, the neck has this beautiful flamed maple look to it, really nice and three-dimensional looking, with a compound radius of 12 to 16 inches and those loom inlays, glow in the dark fretboard inlays. Easy access neck joint again, locking Harley Benton tuners again, and again no prices, but in this video that I'm linking here, Bene again tells someone else that it should be between 300 and 400 euros, so fantastic value for money again. I'm assuming that the flame maple ones, the maple burst ones, will cost a bit more than the plain top ones, but that remains to be seen. For me personally, I don't like guitars that are that blingy generally, but that flame blue burst looks fantastic, and I think I'm going to have one of those in my life at some point as well. Which of the finishes do you guys like best? Let me know in the comments. After that, we had a very new prototype, which Bene wasn't saying much about at all. That is the Dullahan II. This model has been revamped. It's going to be coming out at some point in 2024, perhaps not as early as the other models mentioned here, but I shot myself a little video of me looking at it, which looks a bit like this. We have the new Dullahan Series 2, which is looking pretty nice there, headless of course. Lots of flaming going on that roasted maple neck. We've got Tesla humbuckers. This is one of those sand blasted sort of ash bodies, and you can see the Harley Benton logo right there. Again, specs all TBC. So this is black blast. There will be more colors. Single volume knob. All your tuning is done down here at the bridge. Got the back here. Sweet. That guitar really looks fantastic with that sandblasted finish, and I'm really excited to see what the final specs and also the prices of those guitars are going to be. The original Dullahans had fantastic specs, and I got to play a couple very briefly, and they were fantastic playing instruments. Very much in the modern vein, of course, so if you're more of a traditional Strat or Tele guy, go elsewhere. But I think these are going to be really decent, and they're probably going to iron out some of the well-known flaws that the original Dullahan models had with the bridges and with the tuners, for example. So that looks really cool. Excited to see the rest of the finishes and more news coming in 2024. So that was it for the main 6-string guitars, but then we went across to the basses, and there were a couple of new basses to look at as well. Now the first are some very cool 70s inspired designs, and those are called the HB50. Now this is a semi-hollow design with a sustain block in the center. It's available in 2 colors, translucent orange and cherry red. It's got an arch top design and a single Stingray-esque humbucking pickup. It looks like a fantastic guitar. There is a video of someone playing it that you can see at the link down there as well. These are going to be out in early 2024. I don't have any information on prices or anything like that, but they're fairly simple designs, and something again between 300 and 400 doesn't seem like it's going to be too much out of the question. So those look pretty cool for the retro people, and for the more modern bass players, we have this absolutely insane 7-string bass, which is the BC 7000. This is actually brand new for late September 2023, so as you see this video, it may well be out. Like I said, an absolutely mad sort of a bass. It's neck through construction with high quality when it comes to the Harley Benton specs. Ben A didn't know the specs off the top of his head, but they'll be on the website when you see this video. Links down there if you want to click them. He did say that it has the neck through construction and Tesla pickups, and there are a few more specs in this pre-release video as well if you want to watch that too. But again, 2 very, very different kinds of basses there, and I don't have any pictures or images or footage of this other specific model, but it is a new travel-sized, mahogany-bodied acoustic bass guitar. There's a video of Ben A showcasing that here with somebody else. It looks like a fantastic addition to Harley Benton's bass catalogue. You don't see that many treble basses apart from those weird sort of ukulele basses with the plasticky strings, and this looks like it's filling quite a decent hole in the Harley Benton market. So a bunch of new guitars and basses alongside the 25th anniversary models really is going to give Harley Benton a massive catalogue of stuff to look at in 2024. Which were your favourites of the new prototypes? Let me know down there in the comments. Let me know what you think particularly about that ST182 model, because I think that's really going to divide certain people, but I think it's fantastic. The specs look great, and if that Tesla pickup is worth the money, it's going to be an awesome guitar. Although of course for that price you could stick any humbucker in there yourself and still be under 500 euros or dollars probably, and that's going to be a fantastic punk rock machine. So more of that of course in 2024 to come. And I just want to remind you guys that at the time of filming, Harley Benton is currently in its 25th year of operation, hence those 25th anniversary guitars, and they're currently doing another 25th anniversary sale. So at the moment, up until I think mid or late October 2023, they are doing 25% off a bunch of different guitars, and I will put a link to that sale down there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my Harley Benton 2023-2024 prototype roundup. Stick around, sub to the Rich Words music channel if you want to see some more detailed, in-depth videos of these guitars and more to come in 2024, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.